I'm caps lock different. It's facts, non-fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go and flip.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 210 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along my co-host Nick Theories, and Philly Phil is finally back. Thank you to everybody that's tuned into the live stream. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Damn, I got Coke nose.
Bro, we are so back, yo. We got Philly Phil in the flesh. Football is back.
We leave
in
2 days to go to Arizona.
What's
for your
up, man? The vibes are high. The vibes are high. That's for sure.
We leave in 2 days, baby.
Yeah, we leave in 2 days. We're going to Arizona. We're going out west. This episode's about the West.
I can't wait.
Oh, this episode's gonna be fucking fire.
Oh yeah, I didn't even correlate that.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I did.
We're going west. All right. Well, it's football season. I want to get right down into it because we're finally back where we're getting to our sweet spot, our bread and butter, but everything that we do.
Yes, sir.
So let's break down the AFC West. Chiefs are the current favorite to win the division at -230. Chargers followed at 350. Raiders followed the Chargers at 900. Broncos followed the Raiders at +2,000. Who do you think is the best value here? And who will be the best in this division?
Well, based on the schedules and offseason moves and last year's debacle, I think the Chargers are sneaky. I think the Chargers here at +350. I think the schedule favors them in terms of difficulty versus the Chiefs. I like them at +350. Last year they were +300, right? And they only won 5 games last year. So now this year they're +350. And they have a new head coach, and they have no wide receivers.
It's Jimmy B.
And they lost Austin Eckler, right? So
and Mike Williams
and Mike Williams. And I know. I'm saying they had no wide receivers, and then they lost Eckler. So it's like you're looking at that, you're like, how? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm looking at this. I'm like, I think this team is going to be a more running team. I think they're going to be a little bit more efficient on offense because you have Herbert. If you can get him in play action and get guys open quick. I think he can make the accurate throws, and I think that can help this team take the next step. Now it's their defense too. Their defense kind of always worries me, but I feel like Harbaugh being there, I feel like it's going to help them. Like I feel like he brings a mentality to a team, so I think that's going to give them an edge. But nobody's beaten the Chiefs in this division. I have the Chiefs winning this division. I just don't think any team is that close to them. But I don't think the Chiefs are super powerful either. I don't think they're this juggernaut that everybody thinks. So, but I do think the Chargers are the best value, but I have the Chiefs winning the division.
So for me, the best odds is still the Chiefs, even though they're -230, but they should be an overwhelming favorite. They until proven otherwise, they're in that territory now with the Patriots in the 2000s and 10s. When you have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and the status that they're playing for, they know what's in front of them. I think they're going to be really motivated this year. Xavier Worthy, I think, is going to play a big role, especially for fantasy leagues. I really like him. As a sleeper, I think Hollywood Brown's going to explode if he can stay healthy. I think Isaiah Pacheco is going to do well, and then Travis Kelce is Kelce, Mahomes is Mahomes. You still have the transmission there, so I can't buy into it as much as I love Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers. Well, Jim Harbaugh specifically, but I do think the Chargers though are going to be sneakily good, and it's weird because I think that Justin Herbert is a major sleeper for comeback player of the year, but his odds really even aren't on there. Like if he, however much he is plus.
Why? What makes him the comeback player of the year? Because
they were trash last year. He was hurt. And I just feel like if he comes back and leads them to the playoffs, his second time in 5 years, this is his 5th year or 4th year. I just feel like, it's there. He's got a rookie head coach in a sense of, he's back in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like he's been gone for a few years.
It's different. Yeah.
So the NFL's changed. Although the thing that I love about Jim Harbaugh with Herbert is look what he did with Kaepernick. And Herbert They're the same build. I mean, Colin Kaepernick was, more physically gifted, but Herbert from the pocket is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. Period. I'm not talking about wins and all that. I'm just saying pure arm talent. He's up there with Burrow, Mahomes.
That's arguable.
Allen,
yeah. I mean, yeah.
He's one of them.
Yeah.
So for me, it's still the Chiefs at the value. I do know what you're saying with the Chargers, but I've gotten burned on them the last 2 years.
No, me too. I'm with you.
Because I always have been waiting for Herbert to break out. And I don't even think he's going to break out in the way people have been expecting. I think he's going to break out in terms of he's going to be efficient. He's going to have a head coach that knows how to call plays. He's not going to have that dummy Brandon Staley. They're going to take calculated risks, but not risks that, outweigh the reward. So I do like the Chargers. I think the Chargers actually, they're one of my sneaky teams to make the playoffs in the AFC. And if you go over the AFC teams, it really could happen if Jim Harbaugh is what I think he is, and if Justin Herbert is everything that everybody says he is.
Yeah, I agree. I look at the Chiefs' schedule and it worries me. I think off the rip, they play Baltimore, to kick off the season. Then they play the Bengals, right? Like, you think the Bengals are going to be good?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So I think it's 2 back-to-back games, although they are home for them, right? But then they play the Falcons in Atlanta. Then they play the Chargers, Saints, Niners, Raiders, Bucks, Broncos, Bills, Panthers, Raiders, Chargers, Browns, Texans, Steelers, and Broncos. I think the early part of their schedule could be tricky, but I think they can absolutely clean sweep the end. Like, I think the last 7 games, they can absolutely go 7-0. This Chiefs team. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Dude, do the Ravens probably wind up beating the Chiefs on opening night?
Well, it depends.
A, it's a revenge game, and B, Lamar plays his best football earlier in the year.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's not to take anything away from him. That's just kind of how it is for him. But it's for me, like with the Chiefs now, dude, they're the Chiefs. They're the Chiefs. That's what it is, dude. We lived through something similar to this.
Yeah.
And this is already here with a quarterback this early that's already more developed than Tom Brady was at this point in his career, 5 years in. And when you see that, it's just like, how do you bet against them?
I know. I'm
serious.
You.
Like, and as much as I have that love for Joe Burrow, and like, if those two teams mean I'm going to pick the Bengals because I'm rooting for Burrow, it's just like people give Joe Burrow all the credit simply because he's 3-1 against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's his claim to fame. But that isn't really a knock on Joe. That's like saying to Patrick Mahomes, like, you're really like that.
Yeah, but it's the games in which he did it, though.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's why.
The AFC chip.
If it was regular season, it wouldn't matter. But
two of them were in the regular season.
Yeah, no, but I mean, but when it mattered, when the chips were on the table, he won that game, and that's how they went to the Super Bowl. But like to me, like the Chiefs, like, they're interesting. Like, I look at this schedule and I look at the teams that are on there, and there's a lot of question marks around the league. Like the Browns. What do you think the Browns are going to be? Because they play the Browns. They play them in Cleveland late in the season. What about the Texans? Do you think the Texans are going to be good? Like, that's also, one of those games. The Steelers, the Bills, they play. Like, there's a lot of weird games on this schedule that could absolutely trip them up. So I feel like they have to come out hot. They have to take care of business the first 2 weeks.
My thing is
for them to hit the overs, which we will talk about. But
it's interesting that you brought up the Browns, because for me, they're one of my easiest teams to fall off.
Okay.
You don't have Chubb for at least the first 6 weeks. Deshaun Watson stinks, dude. Like, at some point, if somebody actually could sit there and think that Deshaun Watson of 2020 is coming back in 2024 after he's played like 10 games combined, it's just not happening.
Right.
There was nothing Deshaun Watson has done so far in a Cleveland Browns uniform where you look at him, you go, that's Houston Deshaun. Nothing, unless he's in the trainer room. Nothing. So you went on your magic carpet ride with Flacco. You got blown out by the Texans in the wild card round.
So you think it's over for him, though? I mean, this is not a Browns discussion, but like, yeah, you think it's over?
Oh my God, it's beyond.
But like, my thing is like, I feel like we'll know this year more than any year if Deshaun Watson is done, because I felt like last year was kind of, all right, knock the rust off. He just got back. He had all the allegations and that whole scandal. That's probably a lot of shit going on. You know what I mean? And then you got to perform with the contract that you got. So there was a lot of pressure on him to go, right? But this year, I think we'll know more about Deshaun Watson, because if I had to be honest with you, I think a lot of these contracts that happened like over the offseason overshadowed Deshaun Watson's contract.
I disagree, though. He was fully guaranteed.
I understand that, but nobody really talks about that. If anything, they probably thank him for that because they all got paid because of him.
But do you know why nobody thinks of him anymore? Because everybody knows he's garbage.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like the pressure's off. So this could be a time where he could actually elevate his game and actually kind of play a little bit more free. I think this is the year that we can actually see Deshaun Watson, if he's for real or not. Yeah. Because I think last year, like I said, is just knocked the rust off. But now, like, all the contract shit's over. I feel like the allegation shit kind of like swept under.
It's his third year with Cleveland.
Right. I know. But the first year was a wash. And then the second year was the allegation, which is last year.
Yeah.
And he played a couple games, right? Or he didn't play the full season.
Last year he got hurt with the shoulder thing.
Right. So
8 or something.
Right. He got yeah, correct. And then Flacco stepped in and blah, blah, blah. But then this year, I think we'll know. I think this is the year. Like, this is the season that we will know if Deshaun Watson is for real or not. Like, if he's going to come back from Houston, because that is the only way. Like, you can't really.
Has he shown you anything? Like, has he shown you anything, or are you just saying?
No, but it's a small sample size too, in fairness. And he had a big layoff from the time. No, I know, I'm with you, but at least he got last year at the way, like out of the way. This year, he actually has a full off season where he can be with his team and actually kind of practice. So I feel like he has a fair shake. Like, every video I've seen is Deshaun Watson throwing with his team. Last year, you barely saw that. So my point is that I feel like this year he's a little bit more fresh. I feel like he's going to be a little bit more in sync with his teammates. I think he could be a little bit better. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to totally knock him out.
He's had, in 2022, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Now, he only played 5 games. Or 6 games. 2023, he had 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So when I see that, there's nothing in there for me. And then it goes back to 2020, which was 4 years ago. 4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and they were 4-12. So, and this conversation for me started way back when I said I just think it's over. I just think it's over.
No, like back then, when he threw for 4,800 and had 33 and stuff, that's pretty good, right? But the record was trash.
It is, but I'd rather have somebody 11-5.
I'm with you. But if that same player can play on this Browns team with that defense, that would make them that would make them a Super Bowl contender.
They could win 100%. The Super Bowl. They can, but that's not happening.
But so you're done with him.
It's like, there's no question.
I'm going to leave the door open. It's cracked a little bit. I'm going to give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt, just because I feel like an off season and a lot of shit coming off of your plate mentally, just based off time, because time heals all and heals heart they're walking. So I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for him to step up. And so I'm going to leave the door a little bit cracked for him.
We just fucked up whenever we're doing the NFC North.
Well, no, we just pod. That's what we do. You know what I mean?
Let's get back on track. Chiefs over under 11.5.
I got under. I got 11. I think they're hitting 11.
I got over.
Yeah, I got
bet me under on a Chiefs season. I don't know what you're on tonight.
I just don't understand. They won 11 games last year,
and they got better.
Okay, by half game.
Yeah.
Okay, under.
0-1. Chiefs 8.5. I mean Chargers 8.5. Excuse me.
I got over here. I feel like this number is pretty high. Last year they were 5.5. This year they're 8.5, and they're plus 300 to 350 to win division at 8.5. Like, to me, that's like, I feel like it's a weird number. To me, I think this is over. This is over for me.
I got over 100%. Too. I think they could win 10 games.
Yeah,
I actually have the Chargers. I think the Chargers are I said it a little bit earlier. I think the Chargers are the team that gets like the 7th seed in the AFC.
Okay.
I really do. You know how I am with
Do you think they have a threat to win division?
No, I don't. Chiefs are too good, dude. I'm not doing anything. I'm not betting against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Not with real money.
Oh, yeah. All right.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just no for me. But I love the Chargers over 8.5 here.
Yeah.
I love that line because I think they got a better coach. The only thing that's weird about the Chargers, they got rid of Keenan. They got rid of Mike Williams. Quentin Johnson blows. He's terrible.
Bro,
He's
their
really
odds last year with all those players
I know.
were plus 300.
It's
now
the
they're
coach.
plus 350.
Because it's the coach.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's two things. It's the Justin Herbert love, and it's the Jim Harbaugh hire. Bro, he's worlds better than Brandon Staley.
See, I feel like the Herbert love wasn't as much this offseason as it was last year.
It wasn't because he got hurt, so he kind of got forgotten. It's the same thing with Joe Burrow.
That's huge. That's what you want.
Yeah, but because the pressure comes
exactly
lower.
right.
But with him, he got his contract. Everybody's, for some reason, whenever there's a list, he's like widely regarded as a top 5 or 6 guy, and I don't think that. I don't see that yet. But I like they're all right this year. I think they break that 8.5 though. Raiders 6.5.
This is under for me, and the bottom line is ain't no way. Like this number is way too low. Last year they won 8 games. This year they got Christian Wilkins to a fucking record contract, a defensive lineman. They have a disgruntled Devontae Adams. We don't know about what's his name, their quarterback. What's his name? Aiden O'Connell. We don't know anything about him. He played a couple games. He was okay, but other than that, like they lost Josh Jacobs. They have Zamir White. I do like him.
Me too.
But other than that, bro, like I got to be honest with you, I think this is under. And I think it might get ugly for the Raiders, bro. Like for real.
To me, that's a slam dunk under. They were fortunate to win 8 games last year.
Agreed.
The reason they won 8 games was because they hated what's his name? Josh McDaniel. And then they got Antonio Pierce. He fired everybody up. He brought the fucking B team onto the sideline. Got him back again. But you remember, dude, just last year, it was a quarterback who hasn't completed a pass in an hour and a half. Do you remember that on Monday Night Football?
That was crazy.
I forget who it might have been. The Rams they were playing, but he didn't complete a pass for. I'm serious. I think he said an hour and a half.
Bro, the announcer said that. I was cracking up. I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
I don't think they're gonna be good. They don't. But the only thing is can Gardner Minshew? I think Gardner Minshew is a mid-level.
Is he starting
guy.
now?
Yeah. I think Gardner Minshew could play a little bit. I actually just realized. I just forgot.
O'Connell's starting.
I don't think so.
I think Aiden O'Connell has the starting job.
What is it with everybody with Gardner Minshew, dude? He look what he did last year with the Colts.
Well, I'm actually, you know what? Gardner Minshew might be the starter. He's on the depth chart, but I actually thought Aiden O'Connell had a shot to win the job.
If it's Gardner Minshew, I think they get to about 6 games.
If it is Gardner Minshew, I think you're right. But I have under here, man.
I do too. I think 6 games would be a good season.
I think their defense is, you know, like I do. I think they've gotten better on defense. Like I do like the additions. Like obviously Christian Wilkins is a beast. You have Max Crosby. I do like that. I like Brock Bowers. So, you know, I just feel like the 6.5 is so low for this team that just won 8 games. Like this screams under for me. I'm sorry. I think this is Vegas playing tricks with you. I don't think this is a slam dunk over.
I got him at 6.
I got 7 games. Like 7. They had to win 7 games out of 17. It's 17 games now.
Let me
so think about that. Like I just feel like their schedule is. I don't know. I don't see them. All
right. So they open up with the Chargers, loss. It's the Chargers, the Ravens, the Panthers. So they're 1-2. Then they play the Browns. They're probably 1-3. Then they got the Broncos, just call it 2-3, but it's division. Then they got the Steelers, the Rams, the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Dolphins. Bro, from October 13th to November 24th. So for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
They have Steelers, Rams, Chiefs, Bengals, Dolphins, Broncos.
It doesn't end there though. They got the Chiefs
then
again.
They got the Chiefs again. The Buccaneers, the Falcons, the Jaguars, the Saints. Yeah, they're not winning 4 games. They're not winning 4 games, dude. They're not.
Yeah, they're going to be in trouble. Well, here's the thing too, because if Gardner Minshew starts and they start off slow, obviously Aiden O'Connell's going to come in, and if he's garbage too, then you're done. Then you're looking for a quarterback in the offseason. Because to be honest with you, I think Gardner Minshew has a better chance to win games with them than O'Connell. And I could be wrong, but
You know who's going to be you know who's going to
Dak?
be the quarterback of them?
Interesting.
Dak. Dak will be the Raiders quarterback.
That's interesting.
He'll
I
be the
have
Raiders
another team.
QB in September 2000, in the fall 2025. He's taking his talents to Las Vegas. That's my bold.
That's interesting.
That's my bold prediction of the year. All right, over under 1.5 teams to make the. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. We didn't do the bum ass Broncos. Over and under set at 5.5. Bo Nix and Sean Payton. Oh my God.
I heard some good things about Bo Nix, but like, I'm going under. I think the Broncos are going to be dog water, bro. I do. I just Sean Payton's cool, but I just don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's bringing Denver back to life yet. I think Bo Nix could be interesting. I don't think as a rookie, I don't think he's winning more than 6 games. I got the under for the Broncos.
Bro, their last games, the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Chargers, the Colts, the Browns.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
They got a tough schedule.
They got a tough schedule.
I'm saying under too. And it's partially because I really hate Sean Payton. I can't stand. I'm so full of hate.
But I think
I hate Sean Payton. I can't stand that. I can't stand that fucking smug look on his face.
Right.
And like, I just, there's just something, he drives me fucking crazy. Like, I remember saying this and I felt bad at the time because like, I don't want a player to get injured. But when Mike Thomas got injured, when he injured his ankle and they were blowing that team out, it was kind of like, that's what you get, dude, for being an asshole.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
He was never the same after that.
Yeah, he really wasn't.
He was never the same.
Nothing was the same.
That's just, I just can't stand Sean Payton.
I agree
really
with you.
Can't
I'm with you, but I think Denver is going to become sellers in this season. I think Cortland Sutton's going to be on the block. I think they're going to be selling their pieces, and then I think they're going to retool for the offseason. I think that's what they're going to do.
Cortland Sutton to the Panthers
could be interesting. Could be.
Could help Rice. Him and Deontay. That's a formidable pair.
Yeah, I like that. Or Sutton in Dallas.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be a really good pickup.
Oh, that would be a great
opposite
pickup,
of Dez or CD.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. Then you got Jake Ferguson. You know, and then
I like Sutton. I think he slept on. I think Sutton's awesome. I think Sutton last year had a great year, and he had Russell Wilson, who everybody shits on, but I thought he did great, man. There were some catches that were like, whoa.
He can catch. He was about to blow up, but he tore his ACL.
He's a baller, bro.
Yeah, he was breaking out, and then he got hurt. All right, let's go to the NFC West. The 49ers are favored to win the division at -190. Rams at +330. Seahawks at 700. Cardinals at +1300. I don't understand this. Kyler, top 10 QB. That's all I hear from Cowherd. Everybody. Kyler's the man.
He said that?
He loves Kyler.
He said top 10?
Top 10. I think he had him at 9 or 10.
That's crazy.
Thinks he's a stud.
Really?
Yeah, I don't understand it. You have a top 10 quarterback and you're +1300 to win your division. And the division of Brock Purdy, who people tell me are ass. Bro, even if they were good, even if the 49ers were great like they are, +1300 with a top 10 dude, you've never seen Dak. Herbert's +350. You've never seen that. +1300?
I'm with you.
The Raiders last year were +1800.
I know.
So
I'm with you, brother. I'm on your side.
Who do you think has the best value?
Truthfully, I think it's the Rams.
That's easy.
I think they have the best shot to win the division. I think
they can win the division.
I think they actually can win the division. And I think they actually are going to win the division this year. I do. I love the Rams this year. I think if they stay healthy, I think they're going to beat the Niners to win division. I think this Ayuk thing, if he leaves, Ayuk, I know they have Kittle, Debo, CMC. I get it. I totally get it. But Ayuk is one of those players that make all of them open. Like, I feel like Debo wouldn't be able to carry that wide receiver room by himself the way people think. To me, Debo gets 65 to 70 catches a year. I just don't think that's enough. I think you need an Ayuk on your team. I think that he's part of the puzzle. He's part of the Niners puzzle. He makes them go just as much as anybody else, right? Like, that's how I look at it. And I think they're going to be too dependent on Debo and Kittle. He's okay. I think Kittle's a good tight end.
They need him to block though. He's an old school tight end.
He's an old school
he
tight
like
end.
Almost doesn't fit
Correct.
in today's game.
Weirdly enough, yeah. Like he's kind of like a Brent Selleck, but he's way better. You know what I mean? Like he's a better Selleck. He can block and he can obviously catch when he's called upon. But I feel like if they get rid of Ayuk, then you got CMC. Obviously, CMC helps, but to be honest with you, the Rams, I love Puka in his second year. He's only going to get better. Cooper Kupp, everybody's saying he's on a downward spiral. I think you're crazy. I think if you put up Cooper Kupp stats versus Debo's last year, they're the same. And Cooper Kupp played 3 less games, by the way, but everybody blows Debo, right? So riddle me that one, right? Ain't that crazy? So Cooper Kupp, I still love him. I think he just came off an injury. I think he'll be fine. And they have Kyron Williams. He was top 3 last year in rushing yards. You think the Rams are dog shit? Absolutely not. And to be honest with you, I kind of like Tyler Higbee too. I think he's serviceable. I think he can get you 50, 60 catches a year. And he has consistently the last 3 years. He's gotten 50 or more catches. Besides last year, he had 47. But other than that, he had 60, 62 or 60. Kittle had 65 and everybody loves him. He's a Pro Bowler. But Higbee has 62 and everybody thinks he's ass. So I'm just saying he can play. So I do like the Rams. I think the Rams are going to be really good. I like what they did on defense. I think they're the team that's going to give the Niners the fits.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say because I was picking the Rams to win the division.
Yeah,
they're my favorite value, and I mean you kind of said it all, dude. That IU situation's weird. It's gonna cause issues.
It's gonna fuck the dynamic up.
And I just feel like with the Rams, dude, like they're coming back. The only fucking thing that scares me with these Rams is their win total.
I thought about that too, man. That was a little weird too, right? Because I love them. And
they're begging you to bet over, dude.
I know it doesn't really make any sense, but they're begging you. But they're betting against health.
I don't give a fuck what they're betting against.
That's what they're betting.
I just like with the Rams. I think Sean McVay is a better coach than Kyle Shanahan. I don't think it's arguable.
Me too.
Matt Stafford's better than Brock Purdy. Cooper Kupp and Puka, they're better than Debo and Ayuk. Whether you're talking about a tandem or an individual,
yeah, it don't matter.
Doesn't matter. Kyron Williams, is he better than CMC overall? No,
absolutely not.
But he can run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like CMC doesn't make Kyron Williams look like a B-level back.
Correct.
So when I look at that, it's kind of like, okay, well, the differentiating factors are fucking your 2 monsters outside. Good luck trying to cover them with a healthy Cooper Kupp. So I just look at that and I love the Rams, dude. I feel like the Niners had a noisy ass offseason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too.
And
coming off of a Super Bowl,
and I hate them to begin with, but I just look at it and I'm like, nah, no. And did you see what the report came out today? The Patriots are willing to make him a top 5 paid wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. They should.
I don't think Ayuk,
but they should though.
No, I know. I don't think Ayuk's going to be there.
Me either.
And I think if Ayuk leaves, I think their window closes. It might already be.
Well,
it's close to shut. Like they just have it cracked right now, like you do when it's like 50 degrees out. And you want to get some fresh air in.
Yeah,
that's the Niners' window. It's sealed and locked without Ayuk, unless that dude they drafted in the first round is a hit.
Ricky Pearsall.
Yes,
he could be really good too.
If he hits, it's different.
Right.
Pause.
Yeah, that's what.
If he's a good wide receiver and they got that correct, and he's able to emulate Ayuk or surpass him,
yeah,
then all bets are off. That's a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess but relying on a first round rookie. Now, look, you have the talent around you to where he needs to be impactful, but he doesn't need to be a Randy Moss.
Right.
You don't need that because you have Shanahan who's good on offense. You got experience all over the field. If he could just be, if he's 1,000-yard wide receiver, cool.
If he's an 800-yard wide receiver, I think I think the Niners can still be the Niners.
And I also think too, Juwan Jennings plays a big role.
I think he's a really good player.
He can play.
I think he's good in the slot. Like,
yeah,
I do
play,
like him.
Dude.
So like I'm not out on the Niners, regardless if Ayuk is there or not. I just really like the Rams. I just think that Ayuk gives the Niners that extra edge. Like he's that extra like boost against the other teams because they have the tight end, they have the running back, they have a quarterback, they have all the skill set players, they have a good offensive line. like there's not many holes with the Niners, right? So like if you could pluck Ayuk out of there and then they plug a rookie in, maybe you have a hole there. So like, you know, it kind of like drops their stock a little bit to me. And I think that kind of like allows the Rams to kind of creep in because they have the talent to stay up there with the best of them. But like you said, the win total scares me too. Like I want to go to that. I personally don't understand that, but like, yeah, let's shift to that. Cause like,
so the Niners are at 11.5, which I think is a good number. If you had to ask me, I would say right off the bat, I would probably say under. I think 11 wins. I think that's a hard one to bet, to be honest. I would say 11 or 12 wins is them. If they lose Debo, I'm sorry. If they lose Ayuk, that's under. Because I think he's that important to them.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree. It's hard to envision the Niners losing 6 games. You know what I mean? Like they're one of those teams that like they're going to win 14 games. They're going to be 13-4. You know what I mean? Like that's how I see this team. I got over. I think they have everything there. Like I said, I think regardless of Ayuk's there or not, I think they're going to be okay. I just don't think they're going to be as dynamic as we saw them. I just think they're going to be really good because they still have the good defense. They still have all the pieces there. And I think Brock Purdy's only going to get better. I like Brock Purdy.
So do I. I'm rooting for him.
Me too.
He's the only fucking Niner I like.
Yeah, like I really want him to like actually do really well, dude. Like I actually really respect his game. I actually think he's a baller. Yeah, I do.
So do I. I'm the same way, dude.
100%.
I don't understand for me with Purdy. Like I said, we talked about it before. I don't understand the hate.
So you got under or over for the Niners?
I have under. I would say they land around 11.
11? Okay. All right, I got over for them.
All right, Rams. Now, I picked the Rams to win the division.
Mm-hmm.
And then I scrolled down a little bit and saw the win total. I didn't look at this today, so pardon my bad. I was busy as shit. Then I see that win total, and I want to completely retract everything I just said 3 minutes ago. I just gave you the reasons. Matt Stafford, Puka, Kupp, Kieran. You got studs all over the fucking field. And your win total is 8.5, bro. And you got Sean McVay, who is a top 5 head coach no matter which way you slice it. What am I doing with that? This reminds me of the Packers last year.
They are begging you to take it over here.
8.5? What am I missing?
Well, what was the Rams last year?
9-8. I think the last game, though, was a giveaway. Right? Oh, I know it was a giveaway. It was against the Niners. But what was their record? You looking that up?
Yeah. Their record last year was 10-7.
Oh, okay.
So, wow, they dropped a game and a half.
They dropped a game and a half.
So what?
And they're going to be healthy.
Well, Aaron Donald retired.
Yeah, but
okay,
he's worth a win and a half.
I don't think so, but he could be. Vegas could think that.
I don't see that.
I don't see that either. I'm
8.5 is crazy, dude.
I'm with you.
And the next two are confusing. We're gonna go over that, but go ahead. Go.
Does he drop a half a game? Maybe.
Bro, I don't get what like, they drop, dude.
I'm right with you. I kind of want to retract it too because like I'm looking at that. I'm like, yo, 8.5 is crazy, bro. Like I just don't understand.
I'm just gonna.
I'm not gonna retract it because I do believe in this team, but bro, their schedule is fucking hard as hell off the rip. I mean, they open it up against the Lions, they play the Cardinals, they play the Niners, they play the Bears, the Packers. I definitely. They could definitely slip up a couple of games.
Oh, I love them on Sunday Night Football on September 8th.
Against the Lions?
I love the Rams on that.
Well, why would you love the Rams?
Love them.
Why? What's the reasoning?
Matt Stafford goes back to Detroit to avenge it. Lions are feeling themselves. Good storyline. I believe in storylines.
I don't know.
I love the Rams. Remember this. Love that.
Okay.
All right. The Seahawks 7.5. Like, that seems high as shit to me. I mean, look, you're bringing back basically the same team. You got a rookie head coach, defensive head coach. Like I'm taking under on Seattle, dude.
I got unders too.
I can't see them winning 8 games. Like,
yeah, there's no way. I think Seattle wins 4 games.
I'm about to go check out their.
I think they probably win 4 or 5 games. I'm dead serious. I think they probably win 4 or 5 games.
Hold up. So they got the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Dolphins in the first 3 weeks. So call that 2-1. Then they got the Lions 2-2, Giants. So you could say 3-2 if you want. Niners, Falcons, Bills, Rams,
Keep
Niners,
going.
Cardinals, Jets,
Keep going.
Cardinals, Pack, Vikings, Bears, Seahawks. Yeah, they got about 4 or 5 wins on this team.
Keep going.
Yeah, they're gonna be in trouble, dude. They're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah,
that's a hard schedule.
Yeah, they're screwed, bro. It looks great, and when you open up, they're like, oh yeah, they're 2-1. You're like, oh, there's no way they're gonna be under. Yeah, you keep going. That schedule is brutal, bro. They ain't winning there ain't no way they're winning more than 5 games. I'm taking the under all day long. I think I think Vegas fucked up on that line. Personally, I do.
I got under on that. But the only thing is like on the contrary to what I said about the Rams. Like, so with the Rams, you're telling me the Rams are 1 game better than the Seahawks?
I don't. But
a game and a half better, excuse me.
But I also feel like that line is kind of inflated towards like the health. I feel like health reasons is the reason why that's 8.5.
But bro, if they stay healthy, they're gonna blow that out of the water. You would think.
Right.
You would think. That's what I'm saying.
Cooper Kupp isn't guaranteed to stay healthy. Puka just got hurt with a knee. Kyron Williams has been hurt all year or in the offseason with his issues. Matthew Stafford's had problems with his fucking throwing shoulder and his back. Like, there is a lot of injury issues with this team. If they stay healthy, I think this team is fucking awesome. I had them, remember last year in the playoffs? They were my team to go all the way.
After you picked them not to make the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I know. And I literally said last year, I said they were going to win more than 4 games?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And guess what? Now I love them. Because I believe in their system. I like what they do with
You just saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it, bro. And it was just like, all right, that's undeniable.
You got to tip your cap, bro.
Yeah.
They hit on the draft picks. They hit on Kyron Williams. They hit on Puka. Like, they got 2 all-stars on offense in 1 offseason.
I know.
For on rookie contracts.
And only Sheamus knew about it.
Bro. Shut up, Sheamus. But they're able to do that because they spent on Stafford. But when you have an expensive quarterback and you hit on 2 rookies and you have a Cooper Kupp on top of that, bro, your offense is
you rebuilt your whole offense in 1 fucking off season.
Quick, bro. So like I feel like that line is I feel like there's health concerns in that line.
It has to be.
It has to be. I just, bro, like, because there's no way they're getting under 8.5. Not with that. There's no way.
If healthy.
Yeah. And guess what? If they're healthy and they get under 8.5 wins, is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer?
That I guarantee, dude. I'm right on schedule, bro. You the man. I guarantee you, if they win under 8 games and that team is healthy, is his legacy defining? Is that team his legacy? I guarantee you that subject comes out.
Is that fair?
No.
Why?
Because he won a Super Bowl. He did it. He showed you he can do it. He showed you that he can do it. He got there and he won it. Aaron Rodgers got there 1 time and he won it.
See, to me, I agree with you because I feel like Stafford already did his job.
He did his job.
I feel like he already won the Super Bowl. Like, I feel like now anything else is just icing on the cake.
He can either add to his legacy.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the Rams legacy.
But he cannot take from it. Correct. He cannot have a detractor.
That's not true.
How? I don't think that if he misses the playoffs, I don't think it's a big deal at all.
If he what if he has an awful season where he goes out like
you just equate it to age and injuries, like you just said, his shoulder. Nobody gave Drew Brees shit when he couldn't throw the ball longer than 10 yards. Literally, Drew Brees is last year. Peyton Manning, nobody gave him shit. I mean, he won the Super Bowl, but bro, he was a liability because of from his neck.
You know what's crazy about Brees? He said he can't throw with his right arm.
Yeah,
that's crazy. A Hall of Fame arm can't throw with his right arm anymore
because he wrecked his shoulder.
He said he can't. He literally physically can't throw with his right arm. That's wild to me.
I know.
That's crazy.
Let's go to the Cardinals before we get out of here. Cardinals over under 7.5.
This is over. This is so over. This is crazy.
You're so
7.5 is a high line. They're telling you to bet the under. I'm sorry, they are.
That's fair.
100%, dude. This team won like 4 games last year. Now it's 7.5. How the fuck is it double?
Because they just love this Kyler shit.
I don't think it's Kyler though, dude. I don't think this line has anything to do with Kyler. I don't.
So how the fuck? So how would it go up? The only thing that changes is that you got Marvin Harrison Jr.
I'm saying solely.
And Kyler came back.
I'm saying by himself. I don't think it went up, doubled. They won 4 games last year. They're telling you over under double that. That's a lot.
It is.
So
I got unders.
You got unders.
Hell yeah.
That's interesting.
I ain't put my money on Kyler Murray, Jonathan Gannon, and the fucking Arizona Cardinals.
That's interesting.
You did it with the Falcons. You did it with the Rams, and now you're putting the hex on the Cardinals, bro.
No, I'm not putting the hex on the Cardinals. I actually think they're a good team.
You're the Acco Cardinals.
No, I think they're going to be a better team. I think they're going to be sneaky. I just think they're my sleeper team this year.
Is it going to be sneaky link free stuff?
I think they can 100% sneak in with the 7 seed. 100% they could be one.
What?
100% they can.
Come on.
Why can't they be?
Just
who? Look at the.
Are they better than the Eagles?
No, but they beat the Eagles last year.
I didn't ask that.
No, but I'm telling you.
Are they better than the 49ers?
No.
Are they better than the Rams?
No, but
at best, they're the third best team in their division.
Could be. Yeah.
At best, they're the third best team in their division, is what you're saying.
Right.
Who's after that? Who we got in the NFC? Help me out here.
Okay, the Vikings. I think they're better than. I think they could be. I think they could beat the Vikings. I think them and the Vikings could battle it out for 7. Why not?
No, because I think
you're telling me that the Vikings are way better than the Cardinals.
I think Kevin O'Connell's a better head coach.
But I believe the Cardinals have a better quarterback.
But who's got the better position players? You got Justin Jefferson, you got Aaron Jones, and you got TJ Hawkins.
That's fair, but who's to say that Marvin Harrison Jr. ain't Justin Jefferson? And you have Trey McBride. Hawkinson's coming off an ACL injury too as well.
How long's he out? Actually, I forgot about him.
He's out until I think he's out the first month. So he's coming back. He's coming back October.
And that's going to take him some time to get in there.
Absolutely. So you say November at best. They're clicking November at best.
I'm with you.
I love the Vikings skill position players. They're fucking that team is slept on. I love them. But
are they better than the Bears?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're better than the Bears. Why don't? Who's to say the Bears are good?
That's fair. Who's to say that they're going to be good? That's what I'm saying though.
Well, I'm predicting.
Are they better than the Bucks?
I don't know.
Are they better than the Lions?
No.
Are they better than Green Bay?
No.
Are they better than Dallas?
No. So how many teams is that?
A lot.
What's that? 9 teams? Well, here's the thing, Mike. Injuries happen.
I got injuries.
Two teams of that are going to be surprise teams that miss the playoffs.
Are they better than the Commanders?
Yeah.
How you say that so confidently? I didn't even finish saying the word.
Because I don't know what the rookie quarterback is going to be. I don't know anything. That's a question mark. I at least Kyler, I know he's good. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's 240 million. But we already knew that.
Would you rather have Dan Quinn or Jonathan Gannon? Both defensive-minded head coaches.
Dan Quinn.
So you like the head coach better? Would you rather have Scary Fucking or would you rather have first-year Marvin Harrison? You're taking Scary Fucking.
Maybe.
Because you don't know.
I don't know.
That's a hard question because you don't know if Marvin Harrison can hit. Would you rather have?
Are you taking Logan Thomas or are you taking Trey McBride?
Trey McBride.
Are you taking James Conner or are you taking Brian Robinson?
Coin flip. Give or take. Probably James Conner.
You taking Jahan Dotson or are you taking Michael Wilson?
Jahan Dotson.
No way.
I think Jahan Dotson can play, bro.
I think Michael Wilson could play too.
I really like Jahan Dotson.
I really like Michael Wilson too. I'm serious. I'm not kidding.
I know you are. I'm just I mean, look, that was an excellent comparison. But I like Dotson last year. I just thought that Riverboat Ron was trash.
Here's my thing with Kyler, and here's my thing with the Cardinals. Kyler doesn't have to be a superstar for them to win games. Like, I think they have talent around him now where like if he could just be efficient and be effective, and he can if he utilizes his legs along with being effective in the passing game, this team could be really scary. They could score. They got McBride, they got Marvin Harrison. I really like Michael Wilson. Dortch has done really well for them in the past.
Craig Dortch.
But he's a good slot receiver that can move the chains. They got James Conner. They got they drafted that kid Trey Benson, I believe. I think he's going to be a stud. Like, bro, I think this team has got some pieces to them. And they play for Jonathan Gannon. I don't know what it is. I know they only won 4 games last year, and I get it. But there were some games in there where I was like, yo, they actually showed up and fought for him. They did it against the Eagles. They fought for their coach.
I'm gonna have to live through this Kyler Murray shit again with you.
I'm not, bro.
Like,
I just said, bro. Yeah, but you didn't hear me though, because I didn't boost up Kyler Murray. All I said was he doesn't even have to be a superstar. He just got to be efficient because I think they got pieces around him.
You think they're that good?
I think they have potential. 100%. 100%. I love the odds are fucking crazy.
What are they plus?
The Seahawks are plus 700. The Cardinals are plus 1,300. How? I don't see the Seahawks as 2 times better than the Seahawks. And the Seahawks are plus 700, and they're one game, and they're the same over-under win total. So how does that even make any sense for here? The Cardinals are plus 1,300. They had the same win total as the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are plus 700 to win division.
Because
that doesn't make any sense.
Because they're telling you they're ass.
No, I think they're the sleeper team. I think that's over. I think 7.5 is a high line for the Cardinals, Mike. I really do. I think so. Because
we've been doing this for 3 years, bro. You're doing it again.
Because the reaction of what you just said, oh yeah, that's the Cardinals, bro. That's my point. Over 7.5, like 7.5 is a high line. They just won 4 games. You're laughing at them over there. Well, so you're making my point even more. Everybody's going to bet the under. Why? Because they're the sad old Cardinals. I don't look at that. I look at their roster. I think they got fucking talent. I do. I really do, man. If Kyler could stay healthy and he could just be efficient, he doesn't even have to be a superstar. Well, he's just got to do his shit, and they'll be okay. I really firmly believe that. I really do. The first 2 games last year, they should have won.
We're gonna check out.
They should have been 2-0 last year to start the game, to start the season. They were one of those sleeper teams or surprise teams coming off. They fought to the very end. They were supposed to be really, really booty. They really were booty, but they fought a lot of those games.
All right, let's go through their schedule real fast. We made good timing.
Let's do it.
They start out with the Bills. Yeah, I want you to give me it.
This is the upset right here. I think they beat the Bills.
Oh my fucking God.
I've said this the whole off season.
You did. Rams.
This is did I not?
Bro, this schedule is brutal.
I know it is, but go ahead.
The Bills, the Rams, the Lions, the Commanders, the Niners, the Packers, the Chargers, the Dolphins, the Bears, the Jets, the Seahawks, the Vikings, the Seahawks, the Patriots, the Panthers, the Rams, the Niners.
Okay.
I got them at 3 of 4 wins.
Okay. Can the Jets score with the Cardinals? We don't know that.
Are you fucking crazy, dude?
We don't know that.
Are you fucking crazy?
I'm just saying we don't know that.
I will bet you anything you want.
I'm just saying we don't know that, Mike. We don't know this offense. Do we know the Jets offensive line?
Would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Kyler Murray?
Come on, bro. What? Don't.
What?
See, I hate when you do that.
I'm going 1 for 1.
No, I hate when you do that because you're asking me questions that you already know the answer to.
No,
you know I'm going to choose Aaron Rodgers because you know I love Aaron Rodgers. I have my top. I don't love Kyler like the more.
I know. No,
I just think that they have a good pieces.
You didn't let me finish, baby.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Aaron Rodgers or Kyler?
Okay, you got it.
Who?
Rodgers. Go ahead.
Mike Williams and Garrett Wilson, or Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Obviously, I'm going to choose Garrett Wilson.
Thank you. Are you taking Breece Hall or James Conner?
Breece Hall.
Okay.
Okay.
It's Conklin and McBride. You're taking McBride.
Absolutely.
What defense are you taking?
The Jets.
Thank you.
But they're different conferences. What the fuck does that matter?
You're saying about being able to score with them and all that stuff, bro.
I know, but what I'm saying,
this offense is potent.
Who's potent?
The Jets.
Whoa, we don't know that yet.
Yes, you do,
Mike. It's all projected. We don't know that. I think Garrett Wilson's fucking awesome.
Aaron Rodgers didn't play this year, and they're projected. They're favored in 14 out of 17 games.
We don't know shit about fucking Mike Williams, bro. He can't stay healthy.
That's the only caveat. But they got all the
Breece Hall was injured last year too. So was Aaron Rodgers. They were all injured
and they got Lazard.
Come on.
Lazard plays out. He's all right.
He's okay, but he's not moving the needle. He's not moving the needle.
No, he's not. He's serviceable. I got you. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I won't give you shit on that.
But in fairness to you, that is fair. The Jets can score with the Cardinals, but I think the Cardinals can keep up. I really do.
Okay.
I think the Dolphins can obviously outscore them. I think the Packers can outscore them. The Niners, okay. The Commanders, I think they beat the Commanders.
Well, that's hard for me. That's my sneaky. I have the Commanders this year, and you have the Cardinals as our sleeper teams. So I think
Detroit going to Arizona is a tough game for Detroit.
Playing indoors?
I think it's a tough game across the country. I believe in that. I do. Look, there's always going to be an upset, bro.
Of course.
And that's what I'm saying. Like if the sleeper team can get a couple upsets that you can predict, there you go. That's the difference.
So
their schedule sucks. Their schedule's fucking brutal. But I don't think Minnesota is all that. They played Seattle twice. They played the Panthers. They played the Patriots. They play the Niners in the last game. That could be a win. That's 5 games right there. Then they play the Rams. They could split with the Rams. They play the Bears. They could beat the Jets or the Commanders.
The Bears are the wild card on everybody's schedule.
Bro, I see 8 wins. 100%. I don't think they're going to start off 0-3. The Bills, Rams, or Lions. I think they're going 1-2.
Which would be healthy.
I think they're going to beat the Commanders. They're going to go 2-2. I think they're going to lose to the Niners. They're going to go 2-3. They'll lose to the Packers. I think they'll beat the Chargers. I think that's going to be the upset. It's going to be a Monday night game. It's a Monday night. It's in Arizona. Those are weird games.
You know how
those are weird games, bro.
You know how we talked about the Niners with a noisy offseason? Do you think the Marvin Harrison Jr. not being able to sell his merch is going to fuck with that organization?
No.
Because I guarantee you they're not happy.
No, I don't think so.
They can't profit off of him.
Yeah, but
imagine he's going to want a big ass contract.
Well, here's the thing. So how does he wear a jersey?
He can, but they can't sell it. They can't sell his merch because he won't sign the rights, which is so fucking ridiculous.
So let me ask you a question. Can they sign photographs? I have no idea. Can they sell photographs?
I don't think so.
Like
I don't know. I don't think they can.
With him wearing the jersey, because that's him representing the Cardinals, and you're profiting off the name and the.
But he didn't sign the rights over to have them make money.
Why? What's the difference? I don't
know. I think it's.
I
talked about it with Sean before. I think. Don't quote me on this, but I think he said something about like it was. He wanted more money. Like there's just a deal that everybody just signs. It just says whatever. Apparently he was negotiating for more, which I don't really like. I think he's a stud as a wide receiver, but I don't. And I think his dad is the most one of the most underrated wide receivers because nobody talks about Marvin Harrison Sr. Marvin Harrison Sr. is probably fucking top 5.
So let me get this straight. So the number 1 pick didn't have any issues with this, right? Like nobody else had any ever.
Have you ever heard of it before?
I've never heard of this before, so this is interesting to me. So I don't know where the money is off at.
Yeah,
is it off by a lot? Is he? Does he think he's the shit already?
Yep.
And he's trying to get the bag up front because he knows he's that good, because he knows his price is going to is going to explode next year. Is he predicting that? Like I don't know where they're off. Like that's the question to me. I don't understand it. He signed with Adidas, right? Or is
Nike?
Harrison Jr.'s with Nike.
Nike.
Oh, okay. I thought he was with somebody else.
Jordan Brand tried signing him, but I think he already signed with Nike.
So they're fanatics not to sell Marvin Harrison Jr. jerseys. Fucking crazy.
Like how ridiculous.
So what happens to him though? Like, is there any legal action that
I have fucking no idea.
Like there has to be though, because if they can't sell his jerseys, how can you sell his photographs with his name on it? Because the reason why you can't sell his jersey because he has his name on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, how does that work with the other apparel and the other memorabilia?
That's
so interesting.
I'm
actually interested in that. That's fucking really crazy.
What do you think? Who's your favorite fantasy player in this division? Because, like, there's multiple.
Yeah, there's multiple for me.
Like, I the first one I go to right off the top of my head is Cup.
Yeah.
Just because you know what you get if he's healthy.
Yeah. I like Puka. I think Puka is the guy. I think he's legit, dude.
You think he's gonna do Cup this year?
I think he did last year.
What about his injuries? Does that scare you? Or were you just saying and you're just assuming health?
I'm just assuming health. Like Puka's dude, he's a top 5 wide receiver, man. I mean, he was doing Cup numbers even when Cup was there. And you know, I even if Cup is there, it doesn't matter to me. Like I still feel comfortable taking Puka. Like he's a 2nd-year wide receiver. Stafford loves him. Like I don't think last year was a fluke. Like I watched him and there was a lot of catches that were contested, and you're like, bro, like that's not a rookie.
Yeah,
that's a 5-year veteran that just made that catch on the sideline.
That's what was so weird about
He had awareness. He had
the catch radius.
The catch radius. He played bully ball. Like he was about it. So like I feel like he's a certified baller. I love Puka this year. I love Trey McBride.
How much do you think he goes for in our draft? Don't put a dollar amount on it. Just do you think he goes for big money or middle of the road? Like is he somebody that's going to get into a bidding war that night?
I think he goes, I would say 3/4 of the way that you think it's going to go. Like if you think it's going to go max, like if you think max is like, I don't know, for him, max is to say $65 max. I think over, if you had to set the over under, I probably set it at over under 54.5. I think that's a fair number. I think it's a fair number.
Yeah. Interesting. That'll be interesting that night.
Maybe. I think it's a fair number depending on a lot of variables though, dude. You know what I mean?
Of course. Yeah. You don't know.
I think he's awesome. Like if you look at his numbers last year, dude, they were absolutely fucking stupid. Like they were dumb. Like
I know. There was nothing you could do.
There was nothing you could do.
Him in, he was 25 a week, period.
Yeah, and if you were a guy and like last year and you had a wide receiver 1 already, and then you had Puka, right?
Oh, all right.
Oh shit. And then you had Puka, right? If you picked them up last year, Puka, bro, you had a wide receiver 1 the rest of the way, and it wasn't even like debatable. He was plug and play. He was top 10. So yeah, no, man, Puka to me is the guy.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. That concludes episode 210. We'll be back next Wednesday at 8 p.m. for episode 211. See you guys next week.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also follow us on all of our social platforms, as you do not want to miss our content, as we are fucking back rocking and rolling. It's NFL season. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And we will see you guys next week at P&I, baby. Peace.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real when the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinnage. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage.